right. You're gonna have to let me know when you jump on how is my connection, because I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like literally there's nothing anywhere. So I'm hoping I'm gonna get some signal here. I'm using the internet on my phone. So if any of you could let me know if this connection's clear, if you can see what I see. Just gonna make sure the chat is on. All right, you're gonna have to bear with me, guys, because I've just driven Betty Blue through a huge rice field. I'm gonna show you now. And what I'm doing is, I've come to see my father-in-law's place and bring him a solar light because he has no power out here. So obviously he's got no light and no power, no nothing. So I bought him this fancy solar light, which I think is going to help him out here. And I've got some more coming too. I've got some hanging lights, all solar for him. They never ask for anything, like they ain't got much and they never ask for anything. He never asked for this, but I always like to treat them, new tools and solar lights, not expensive. I think this one was about 700 baht or something from Lazada, if that. So it's got a little fancy remote control with it. So I think this is going to help him out. For any long-term subscribers to the channel, you would remember 1 year, 2 years ago, coming out here and he was sleeping out in the rice field with the buffalo, just in a little army tent. So, and I tell you, things have changed, guys. Things have changed. And we're going to see, because this live stream, I'm going to try and do live streams on Wednesdays, every Wednesday. I never know what time I'm going to be jumping on. It's just chaotic to plan anything in rural Thailand. But I'll try and do a live stream every Wednesday and make it interesting. So this one, yeah, I was thinking we're going to do a tour of my father-in-law's place, his crib as I call it in the live stream. Now I'm hoping everybody can hear me clearly. I can't see any chat, so let me see. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Okay, great. So FC Magnus II, cool name, says it's perfect, right? Which I'm quite surprised about because I'm in the middle of bloody, where you're about to see, I'm in the middle of nowhere. And Betty Blue, she nearly didn't make it, guys, down this road here. She nearly didn't make it. But let me show you where I am. Florian, hi Florian, good to see you. And greetings on this beautiful day, Kapral Viking. Hope you're doing well, brother. Middle of the rice field, we're going to be doing the tour. But first, let me just show you the view. This is why you live in rural Thailand. Hey, the tiger. Don't worry, we're doing our bit for you. Looking forward to it. You're out in the rural countryside. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful, guys. So Betty Blue nearly didn't make it. She was shaking all over and I was worried something was going to break, and I still have to get out as well. So that's for later. Yeah, I have a heart attack sometimes driving her around. So let's take this solar light to Damo's father-in-law, to my father-in-law, to Damo's dad, and let's see his crib. So we're going to have to do a bit of a walk and talk. I've also, quite classically for this channel, as many know, I've not worn the right footwear here. I'm in the flip-flops. And this is classic snake territory. Really shouldn't be. The tiger says, no rush on that. Looking forward to it. Yeah, good. Looking forward to it. Come on, where is the crib? All right, Billy. Chill out a minute. We've got to walk to it first. So yeah, the footwear's not great. But there is a path here, so this is my second live stream from rural Thailand. I've live streamed from Koh Chang before. I quite like it as a format. Obviously, there's no editing involved, but it leaves everything up to chance. So the crib, if you can see it, is just over here is where we're going. But things have changed a little bit since I was last here. So I think I've got to go a little different route. The rice is in season, as you see. So the rice is full power, which is quite lucky because they nearly lost the harvest this year. There was a lot of flooding, as you would have seen in the news, and the harvest was nearly lost. They managed to save it. They had to come back again and replant it all again after it was destroyed once. So they managed to save it, luckily. So So yeah, this one will be harvested in the next month or so. And all of this land here is my father-in-law's rice fields. So in total, he has about 30 rye. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think is it 2 acres to a rye? Maybe somebody knows that. So one rye is about 2 acres, which would mean this is about 60 acres, if my conversion is correct there. So it's also a lot of work too. And you'd think that would yield a lot of money, but not really. Like when you've got the cost of, getting it all out and maintaining it and looking after it all, it's at the end you have not got much left, to be honest. But he comes and lives out here and sleeps with the buffalo. And without going too much into his personal life, he does it because in the village they like to drink a lot of lao cow, and he don't want to drink. He's trying to, it's 4 acre per rye, I've just been told by some pit, or 0.4 acre per rye. So 0.8 acre, oh, it's the other way around then. So it must be 15 acres for 30 rye. Well, her dad comes out here anyway because he don't want to get on the drink with the other villagers. And so here there's very little temptation. But this is a live stream, anything can happen, guys. So I might just turn up and he might be on the Lao cow, I don't know. He might be on the local rice whiskey, and then I'll look like an idiot for suggesting he comes out here for sobriety. Maybe he just comes out here to party. So some will remember a couple of years ago, me coming here when he was sleeping in his tent. Here we are, we've arrived. There we go. So let's have a walk in, see what's happening. I'm turning up unannounced, but I am bearing gifts. So thanks for liking the stream, guys. So you see already, before it was just a tent, bear in mind, you see already there's a lot more going on here. Let's take a nosy inside. So สวัสดีครับคุณพ่อมาไฮไฟนี่ครับผมพอคุณยังไม่มีไฟใช่ไหมครับไม่มีไฟอันนี้มันไฟโซล่าเซลล์แล้วมีอีกด้วยมีโซล่าเซลล์มันมีอีกด้วย Okay, so I just said that I brought him his light, which is here, which he's going to put up.
มันเสื่อมแล้วมันนานแล้ว
สวมแล้วเหรอ
มันเสื่อมแล้วมันไม่ติด
เหรอ
เก่าน่ะ
He said that all of the other solar lights that he had before are broken. So now he's got a new one, and I've ordered him like 9 more that hang from the trees, and then they charge through the day and they automatically turn on at night, but they only last about 4 hours. But that's enough for him out here. Right, let's crack on with the tour. So, hi Shannon, good to see you, my friend. Here's the baby buffalo with Mama Buffalo, and he's built this shed since we were last here. So they've got a nice little bit of shade. So this was not here before. Mama knows me, so this is live stream, so I hope she doesn't headbutt me. But this mama knows me. She's been pregnant quite a few times, actually. You're all right, girl. Good girl. There's a good girl. Right, let's take a look at his crib. So this is what he's built. He's got 5 or 6 main columns here. And he's built this completely out of reclaimed wood that he's just found all around. You've got up here, let's go up the stairs and check it out. He's got his music playing. Oh, he's got all these fish sauce and all these bits. Oh, here we are. He's got a pond full of fish here, which he keeps stocked full of fish. He's got his vegetable garden down there that he's starting up again, obviously his rice. I don't know who his friend is, I've never seen him before. And then this is on the balcony area here. So all reclaimed wood, all reclaimed. Paul Hart says, in a word, contentment, a man happy with his lot. Thanks for sharing. Quite right, Paul. And her dad seemed very happy. Chocolate Man in Thailand, love your work. Glad you're back. Say hello to the fam, will do. So let's take a look inside as well. He doesn't mind me looking inside. Damo told him I was going to do a tour. And it's the tent again. That's where it all started. That was the tent. That's all there used to be at one point, was that tent. There's his old solar panel that I bought him. And the transistor radio. The transistor radio is a feature of rural Thailand. Everybody carries one with them. So this is all nicely reclaimed wood, reclaimed bamboo up there. It's got his little pesticide squirter. So he's built it all himself, bit by bit, over the past couple of years, and this is a huge improvement. Before, he just had the little tent. Billy Buss said, from mosquitoes, gave the brother-in-law mine. All right. Well, yeah. So it's definitely a big improvement on last time I did this tour, which was about a year and a half ago. You're high up, you're away from the snakes, you're away from the creepy crawlies on the floor. You've got the buffalo staying by, so he doesn't have to go far out into the field to look after them anymore. So, and his vegetables there, what a way to live, guys. And you got a beautiful view, $1 million view over there. 10 p.m. in Hawaii. Hi, Willie. You're not up too late, my friend. Got your coconuts growing right there. There we go then. And he's just made this out of old sticks. Just made the balcony out of old sticks. And it feels sturdy enough. No wonder he spent so much time out here. It's peaceful, very, very peaceful way to live. Although, I'm not sure how long I could last out here. คุณพ่อไม่มีไฟอะไรเลยเหรอไม่มี He said it's not got any lights at all
นี่มันเป็นอะไรดอกลมมันพังอ่ะ
มันพังแล้วเหรอ He said his little solar thing is broken already
เอาไปซ่อมให้พ่อหน่อยเหรอ
ได้มาให้ผม
เอาไปเช็ค
He said would you take this to fix it for me
มันไม่เข้า
He said the electricity's not coming through it. I'll just show you what he's talking about. There it is.
อันนี้ซื้อใหม่เด้อหน่อยซื้อให้เร็ว
อันนั้นมันซื้อใหม่แล้วเหรอ
ซื้อใหม่แล้วแต่มันพายุมันเข้ามันนั่นน่ะคือมันไม่ชาร์จ
มันไม่เข้าเหรอ
มันไม่เข้า
โอเคครับ จะไปซ่อมให้
เอาไปให้เขาเช็คให้
Okay, so he wants me to take this to check it. Let's go downstairs again.
ไอ้โรแต่อะไรอันนั่นแหละ
ครับผม
เราให้เขาเอาไปเช็คให้เพราะมันมีเวลา
He wants me to take his solar setup to go and get checked and be fixed, which of course I will. I bought him that like 2 years ago, and it's obviously been broken for quite some time, and he's never asked me to go and fix it until now. So I'll take that. It'll cost next to nothing to get fixed, and then for now he's got his solar light that I've just sent him. This is where they catch in nets out in the rice fields here, loads of little tiny fish, and then he puts them all in here. He stocks them all in here, and then bit by bit he'll pull them out, and they'll make that fish sauce. Anybody that lives in Thailand or has spent any decent amount of time in Thailand knows about fish sauce. Apparently it's not very good for you, but I mean, I don't know, I've never really tried it myself. It smells, well, it's fermented fish, so it's just got this ghastly smell about it. So it's not really my thing, but they love it out here. And he'll eat anything. Like if there's a rat, they'll catch the rat and they'll cook it. and the birds. He has bird traps too. I noticed last time I was here, if the birds come down and sit in the trap, he'll have that and he'll eat that. I mean, they'll eat anything. Snakes, hoi, the shellfish, like snails. So they eat the snails a lot out here. I noticed he's got no functioning toilet out here, so I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but I think the plan is this little building under here. พ่อจะสร้างห้องน้ำเหรอ คุณจะสร้างห้องน้ำไหม Hey,
ยังไม่มีไอ้นั่นเลย
เหรอ
ยังไม่ได้ใช่เลย
ขอ
เอามาให้แต่มันอันนี้มันไม่สว่างดอก
ไม่สว่างใช่ไหม
แต่ใช้พัดลม
ใช้พัดลมได้
ใช้พัดลมได้
Okay. Brian, thank you very much for the super chat for the solar fund. I'll put to good use for his lighting here. I think this is the future toilet that he's going to build. พ่อจะสร้างอะไรที่นี่นะครับ
ฮะ
อันนี้จะเป็นมันคืออะไร
ห้องน้
ห้องน้ำใช่ Yeah, he said this is going to be the toilet.
ำห้องน้ำ
ยังไม่เสร็จใช่ไหม He said he's not finished yet. So he's not finished that. What a beautiful project he's got going on here, though. And I agree with you, Shannon. A beautiful human being he is. It's quite a...
ทำทางนู้นก่อนให้เสร็จ
ครับผม
ถ้าเสร็จเหลืออะไรเราเอามาทำ
He said he wants to finish other parts of the project first before he builds the toilet. So it's he never stops though. He's always doing something, tinkering with something. But the sad part is sometimes when he's back at the house, the villagers will come around with the white whiskey, the rice whiskey, and then he'll get on it, and then you'll lose him for 3
ไป
days.
ก่อนเพาะเนอะเดี๋ยวเพาะใส่ไปให้ที่นู่น
ใส่ในรถเหรอหรือใส่ไปมอเตอร์ไซค์
ใส่ในนี่เอาไปให้ที่บ้าน
โอเคได้ครับอาจจะรับที่บ้าน
คอยไปเอาที่บ้าน
He said he's going to deliver this to the house, and I said I'll take it from the house to get it fixed. So
น้อย
แล้วพ่อต้องคืนยุงไม้กัดเหรอยุงกัดไหมต้องคืน I asked him
น้อยนะเขาจะขอเขาขอจากนี่มานี่ไปนู่น
ไปนู้นเลย
เขาจะทำรีสอร์ท
ทำรีสอร์ทใช่ he said
เขาก็โอเค
I've forgotten what he bloody said now
เขา
I don't know what he's talking about sometimes he said he wants to put electricity all the way from the main area over to this side, and then maybe he wants to build a resort out here, which he probably could do, like a little camping
และไอ้กระสอบนี่เขาจะเอาไว้ขายกาแฟ
ครับผม
เนี่ยข้างล่างนี่เขาจะทำให้
he said it would be nice to have a cafe out here
ที่น้อยเขาขอ
and I asked him earlier, do the mosquitoes bite out here, and he said no. So that's your answer. I mean, I guess you live along it, amongst it so long that even if the mosquitoes did bite you probably won't bloody notice. Everything else is biting you out here. So Shannon said maybe he could share some of Damo's recreational medicine. Yeah, I mean, I have suggested a few times, but he'll go be a monk for a while. He goes to be a monk for a while, for a couple of weeks to stop drinking, and then he stops for a couple of months. And then he'll have like a couple of days on it again, and it's just like a cycle that goes round.
ทำไมไอ้เสียงนี่มันดังมามันช็อตตรงไหนวะ
ไม่รู้พอไอจะไปซ่อม So yeah, I'll take that solar panel with Brian's kind super chat there, and we'll get that one fixed. I hope it's been an interesting tour for you guys. I think it is interesting what he's doing here. He's really made a very out of nothing, like bear in mind it's just out of nothing, he's made this beautiful home. So there it is. Now, just as an update with us guys, Tis and Damo sat this one out because they're busy at the house, but we are cracking on with the build. The balcony is finished, the flooring is starting today. So in future vlogs, what you're going to see is the tiled floor going down. We're going to be starting the pig enclosure because we're having potbelly pigs, and they're coming in December, so we need to be ready for them. Plan B says, I think the guy wants to buy from your father-in-law to build a resort cafe. he actually said, what he just said then that I didn't translate was, one of his daughters wants to build a resort here out in the rice field. So a cafe and a resort. So he could be talking about my wife's sister who's in Germany. I'm not sure, to be honest. Then with the vlog, we've got the tiles going down, the balconies is finished, and the next big thing then is going to be the windows. So we found a supplier for the windows, and they're coming measuring up actually tomorrow. So Willie said also there's a problem with my chat, that you're trying to send messages but the chat's not coming through. I don't know, dude. Like, it's live streams are not my thing. I do one a week now, but I have no experience with them, so if something goes wrong, I don't know what's going wrong. Mr. K says, it is so great seeing you taking care of Damo's family. Yeah, well, they're my family too, in many ways. Like, we've lived together for years. I trust them massively. Like, we've known each other for over 10 years. And I'm very lucky to have good in-laws, you know. And I feel very blessed to have good in-laws, not in-laws that are kind of asking you for stuff or bothering you all the time. Like, they never come around to our house. They never bother us. And they're very gentle souls. They're very gentle people. They not very money orientated people. They live very simply, and that I really do. I love about them. They are my family too. So Matt Smith says hi. Hi Matt, good to see you. I always see you comment on all the videos. The Eyes of Owen. I remember seeing you on the steps of the nightclub in Lancaster. I think it was then called Liquid, or it could have been Elements. Jesus, that was a long time ago. That was probably when I was in university. I'm surprised you remember it, number one. And I used to be a nightclub manager, a marketing manager. So it was called Elements, and I was the marketing manager there for a long time. And I had long Justin Bieber hair, and always wore a suit back then, in those days. You've got a very good memory, my friend. The Farmer TV says, hello friend, hello. Bad Medicine, thank you for the super chat, really appreciate that. Any super chats I'm going to put towards the solar lighting for Damo's dad, so it's not expensive stuff. So thank you for that, I really appreciate it. And Peter says, good for you, Ryan. And yeah, thanks. This live streaming thing, the last live stream I did last week, it was watched over 12,000 times, which I was quite surprised about. People seem to like this format. It's not like heavily edited with music in and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know what it is about live streams, but people seem to enjoy them. I got a lot of feedback that people really enjoy the live streams. So each week I'll try and do something a little bit different. Of course, this is the tour of her dad's house, and last week was the tour of our place. Next week I may give an update on our place. It's really coming along now. Budget-wise for our place, I think we're going over. Yeah, I'm not sure how much. Maybe like 20% at the moment, over. And our budget was 500k for the house. So I'm not sure how far it's going to go over, but I think we are going to go over, unfortunately. That's just what happens when you build in rural Thailand, right? I'm also going to be doing a vlog on buying land here. I know there's some new law that's come out that says foreigners can buy land if you're like a multimillionaire and you invest in government bonds or something. I don't think it's just like any foreigner can own land, but there are ways to buy land. There are contracts that you can get up. There are superficies agreements that you can sign and things like that. So I think I will cover land buying on a future vlog. Sarah Beadle says, loving this live stream. So lovely to see you in rural Thailand. Good to be back in rural Thailand. Bali's just not for us. Good to be back. I feel at home here. And it's just, I know I talk about a lot on this live stream because it'd be boring if I didn't, but it's nice and quiet. Can you hear that? It's just peaceful. There's just no traffic and no noise, and it's a very, very slow pace. That's what I like. And fresh air, healthy fresh air. You know, Bali's full of traffic. So yeah, hi Sarah, and thank you for your comment. Shane says, people are a bit intrigued about Thai rural lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of vloggers covering Bangkok, Pattaya, you know, the cities, party life and stuff like that. I'd like to think that we're kind of covering the other part, the rural part, and I think a lot of people want to retire here, so they want to have a look what it might be like. And then I think there's other people that just like the idea of dropping off the map into more kind of a freedom, dropping out the matrix kind of thing, into a more free lifestyle, away from the collective insanity that we see all the time. And in my opinion, it is complete insanity. Willie says, I really love to chat with you more on a one-on-one, but I see your skill and it looks amazing. Yeah, you can get me through the comments or send me an email or something, and we can set that up. Ricky, how are you? I love watching your videos. Yeah, very good, my friend. Glad that you enjoy the content. We're just moving our way back into the Thailand algorithm at the moment. We were pulled out the algorithm to Bali, so I'm seeing a lot of old subscribers that haven't really seen our content for a long time popping back up in the comments, which is good to see, because I know there's a lot of long timers here, long time expats that are living out here that follow this channel, and I almost feel like we have a little community. It's a little camaraderie, a little community feel. So GM68, most people go over by at least 20% when building or renovating, but look at what you get. Yeah, I mean, 20% in the UK building or 20% in the US is going to be a lot more than 20% in Thailand, right? And so, yeah, we're a bit over. I think I really wanted to do it under, because I wanted to show people that you can build a house cheaply. And that's not because I'm a cheap Charlie. It's because it's not, I think some people think, oh, the more you spend, the better it is. And that's bullshit. It's not the more you spend, the better it is. It's you can get something perfectly good for a decent price. You also might be take into consideration, where are you building the house? Like, do you really want to build a house on somebody else's land that's $500,000 or whatnot? I want to kind of put out the message that you can build cheaply, and you don't have to be rich to be free. You don't have to be rich to get your freedom. You can live frugally, you can build cheaply, and you can be free. And that's the aim of the game for me. Some people, the aim of the game is to get rich. That's fine. Some people, the aim of the game is to get laid. That's great. The aim of my game is to get free. Free from collective systems, free in the mind. And it's an ongoing process. You've seen it on this channel. It's an ongoing process. I'm not there. But that's what I'm up to here. Flying Kiwi says, what is the temperature? Actually, it's not too bad today. I couldn't even tell you what it is, because I'd have to check my phone on this live stream, but it's nice. It's a nice breeze today, and it's freezing cold at night time. So at night time you get under the covers, and it's very comfortable, snuggled up in the bamboo hut at night time. It's nice and cold. Willie says, maybe the live stream is a bit too much. I'm not sure what you mean. A bit too much content, or a bit too much? Maybe if you comment again on what you mean, I could tell you if it is or not. I quite enjoy it because it gives an opportunity to subscribers to ask questions. I think it reflects the real me as well, and it's really easy. Editing takes me sometimes 9, 10, 11 hours to edit a vlog, because I'm quite a perfectionist, so I sit there like thinking how the scene's going to change and thinking how the music's gone together, whereas a live stream is like just instant content where you can just kind of talk about what's on your mind and show what's going on here. So it's quite easy, actually. Peter Rawai says, buy some land in your wife's name, then put a 30-year lease. Yeah, exactly. So you just do a lease on the land, and there are many ways around it, because a lot of times on the forum you hear, Frank can't own land in Thailand, or you can't buy land in Thailand, and it's a misconception. There are ways around it. Mr. K says, you live in such a beautiful area of Thailand. The rural life seems so peaceful. Thank you for showing us city dwellers the beauty of your rural lifestyle. Yeah, we hope it inspires people, but as I'm going to say in a coming vlog, it's not for everybody out here in rural Thailand. Some people would hate it out here. They think it's absolutely boring, because in the city you got your cinema, you got parties, you got nightclubs. Some people would not like it out here at all. You have to be in a certain place in your mind as well. I think you have to be at a certain level of psychological maturity, a spiritual maturity, to truly enjoy it for any long period. I think for some people that are quite hyperactive or constantly need stimulation, it'd be difficult to live out here. I get many people say, oh, I'd love to come and live in rural Thailand, but if they came, they probably wouldn't. And I have friends that visit too. They'd be like, yeah, I like it, but I couldn't stay here, long term. And that's fine. Like, it's not for everybody, and I'm not saying it is for everybody. It's different strokes for different folks, isn't it? David from Prachuap, good to see you, my friend. Brendan Ryan, Isan Farangs. Yeah, it's just a particular breed, isn't it, Brendan? The Isan Farang. Some things happen to them mentally. I don't know if it's actually like a spiritual evolution or it's like a retardation of us. I'm not sure which one. GMA is a short for grandma. All right, got it. Willie, Cheap Charlie. Yeah, sometimes people say, oh, there's Cheap Charlie here. He's trying to build on a budget. No, you build on a budget, don't you? It's not clever to spend more. It's clever to do something cool and spend less and limit your liability. If you're going to be a long-term expat out in the middle of bloody nowhere, you better have some funds, yeah? And if you blow all your funds, it's like me buying a Mercedes or something. Oh, I'll buy a Mercedes and blow all my money on a nice car, and then I'll have nothing to eat for the rest of my life. You don't want to blow all your budget on a house or a car. You want to make sure you've got an income stream, make sure you've got savings. What if the kids get sick? What if something happens? So it's a lot more nuanced than just Cheap Charlie. You know what I mean? I'm a bit kind of a bit argumentative against this because you get called a Cheap Charlie, but really you're just a clever budgeter, and that's what I think anyway. Hey, Cheryl, good to see you. Cheryl Kelly, we met in Bali at the bar and talked existential nonsense for about 7 hours every day from there on. I hope you're well, Cheryl. Are you back in Canada? Hope you're doing well. Brendan, live stream is two-way communicating, and that's right. It's I think also the camera doesn't lie too. The camera, you can tell who somebody is through the camera. People know, they know what's going on. I think a live stream, it really reflects more on you. It's completely unplanned, isn't it? You don't know what you're going to say. So we got Cavan recommending his music. Love your recommendations. Living in Asia. Great Ryan, lovely place. Yep. Bronx, correct mindset and good Thai language skills. Yeah, I think with your language, your Thai language, immersion is your best bet. It's difficult to learn when you're not immersed. When you're immersed, you learn like a baby learns. A baby doesn't sit reading books. A baby learns because it's in the immersion of its mum and dad talking, and eventually it picks up. It even picks up the tones. You don't have to sit there and learn your tones. My. These 5 tones, you don't need to learn them because just like a baby learns, it knows to do the raised tone. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? At the end of with the question mark, the baby just learns that intuitively, right? And so when you're immersed, you learn that intuitively. You're really listening and you're really trying to speak. So I think immersion is the best way to learn Thai. And I'm no professional. There are other YouTubers out there that speak Thai far better than I do. David Griffiths. Hi, Ryan. Can never have too much of your vlogs. Keep it up. Thanks, David. And I do wonder if I'm producing too much content at the moment. We are coming back into the Thailand algorithm, and before I used to do 1 vlog a week, and now I'm doing like 2 or 3. But there's just so much happening that I think it's useful content for people, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying producing the content. I'm enjoying these live streams too. Janice, all these familiar names from the comments section. Can't wait to see your new baby boy. Love all the family. Still love your vlogs. How's the rest of the chickens? Right, so we've got 5 chickens left now. So it's 5 eggs a day instead of 6. And they're all doing fine. So it wasn't a disease that killed the last one. We think it was either fighting or a snake. So it could have been a snake. And our baby boy is coming in January, and his name is going to be Hugo. Hugo is a German name. It means bright mind. We like it. And Otis is a German name, actually. MAF, g'day from Chantaburi. I don't think I've visited before. I'm sure it's lovely. Jamie Wood, g'day Ryan, love your videos. Thanks for your support, I appreciate it. Shannon, I'm pretty keen to hear some more music. I will pick up the saxophone again at some point, but I'm just not inspired at the moment to do it. And every time that I play on the vlogs, every time I get comments saying, this is not real, this is not really you, that's not you singing, that's not you playing, but it is. Oh, it's fake, he's just pretending to hold the saxophone. So it's funny, the comment section, guys, I tell you, the hardest part of being a YouTuber is dealing with your comments. And I know many YouTubers don't bother even reading comments anymore. Many will just leave the comment section and not answer anything. But I feel like if someone takes the time to watch your video and leave a comment, you should take the time to respond. And so I respond to comments, nearly every single comment on the channel, which is hard work, which means that I have to read all the crap that people project onto you. And that's the hardest part of YouTube, to be honest, because there's a lot of toxic shit out there. There's a lot of toxic stuff, and there's a lot of disgusting comments that I read, which I won't go into here. Paul Udall, my richness is the fewness of my wants. Bingo, that's it. That's all there is. Wayne, hi Ryan, avid subscriber, finally made it from Canada, but staying in Bangkok now. Long time follower. Yeah, I know you, Wayne. Yeah, I always see your comments, and hope you're enjoying Bangkok. Glad that you got here. Pim Chanok, you look happy and fulfilling after moving back from Bali. I think I got sick in Bali, guys. Like, I got really sick, mentally and physically sick. I mean, I went into a very deep depression, number one. My diet was terrible. I was getting a lot of pain. I was going to the hospital all the time. And it's just, it was over. Whatever that life was over. I probably, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I probably shouldn't have even gone back in the first place, to be honest. But it changes you as a person too, when you go back into corporate life and then you come back here to living in rural Thailand. You get to see the difference between who you are there and who you are here, and you kind of build up a contrast. And I'm much happier here in rural Thailand, and the family are too. So I'm not surprised you see that. Mahmoud Mohammed, love your vlogs sincerely, living a peaceful life. I wish you a blessed life to you and your wife, and you, my friend. Willie, you're talking truth. People miss that. Yeah, it's sometimes a little hard to be real on YouTube when you've got like maybe 100,000 people watching your videos every month, and you're trying to not present a character that you can't keep up with yourself. So it'd be easy for me to present that I was happy all the time, but I'm not. And it's easy to present your life as some kind of perfect, wonderful thing, but it's not. And we try and keep it real on the channel as much as we can. And the good thing is that if you keep it real, then you don't have to play up to an imaginary character who you've portrayed to thousands of people. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not. And it may mean that your content is not as sensational, because you're not creating this kind of fictional character that you've got to keep up with. So your content maybe not as, it won't have a wider spread and a bigger audience, because our content is quite wholesome and just vlogging our real life. So you appeal to a smaller audience, but that audience I find is more engaged than what I could create and could appeal to a larger audience, if that makes any sense. Craig Eckhart, good to see you, Craig. Hope you're still busy with all your projects, and we will meet again, probably in Pai. Flying Kiwi, have you picked up much of the local dialect? No, mate, like 2 or 3 words. I tune out, and it's very different from Thai too. So there's very little similarities between this Khmer dialect that they have here and Thai. Very different. And so yeah, I've kind of tuned out. One language has always been enough for me. And I speak Phasa Granthe. So you have Phasa Granthe, which is the Bangkok Thai, and then you have Phasa Thai, which is this southern Thai, Phasa Isan, which is what they speak here, and Khmer as well. And then Phasa Nur, the north dialect. But Phasa Granthe, everybody can really understand that one. And it's probably the best one to learn. Brian Hyder, my philosophy is thinking about it as good value instead of cheap. That's it. That's it. It's good value, and that's. And also, I'm not interested in inspiring rich people to come and live in Thailand. Like, you're rich, you can do what you want already. I'm from Bolton, right? So I'm from Horwich, a little town in Bolton. I'm from a council estate. We didn't have much money. My dad's a factory worker. My mother's a hairdresser. You know, we weren't like super rich people. We come from that kind of poorer community in England. I'm interested in inspiring people like that they can go and follow their dreams and live in Thailand. And it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter how wealthy you are, you can find ways and means to do it. So that's kind of my message. Sompit and Kenny, looking forward to moving to rural Sisaket next year. Beautiful area, and good luck with the move. Hope you find the vlogs interesting and helpful in some way. Papillion Man, Ryan, I'm watching you while I can at this hour. When I can't, I come off. You go on as long as you like, mate. People come and go during live streams. Yeah, nobody has to watch this live stream. I mean, it's just going to sit there afterwards, and you come in and out. It's welcome to the room and goodbye. And I don't expect anybody to watch all of it. How long have I been on now? About nearly 45 minutes. So I'll probably do another 5 minutes of questions. But Peter White, long-term expats are debt-free back home. It's a big one. It's a big one, Peter. Like, if you can get debt-free back home, and debt-free wherever you are, you've already halfway there. I never signed any like phone contracts, or I had a student loan, but that was all done with my corporate job afterwards. But I never had any contracts or mortgages or things like that back home, and that was a big help in moving out to Thailand. And I think it's a really good point. If you can get debt free, you're already halfway there. Willie, were the shot you drinking the Lao Cow? Well, I don't drink anymore. I'm a fully recovered alcoholic. So I've been. I don't class myself as an alcoholic. I'm not an AA, but I quit drinking about 6-7 years ago. So I don't drink the Lao Cow, but her dad certainly does. Matty D says, I really enjoy the live stream, Ryan. My Thai wife has been telling me for years we could build a house in Thailand for $15,000. I have been telling her she's dreaming, waiting to see your build costs. Whoever your Thai wife is, Matty, hold on to her. She's a good one. And I'm doing a vlog this Sunday. So you want to marry a Thai lady, 5 more things to consider. And it's going to be a bit of a trigger vlog, I think. It may get some kickback because I'm going into this like, when you meet somebody, make sure you meet the right one. Make sure you meet the one that's not asking you for money or about your financial situations first. There's plenty out there. Probably it's the majority, like 90%, but you got to be careful. And your one sounds like a keeper, Matty, because she's telling you it can be done cheaply. If she was saying like, oh, it's going to take like $150,000 for a decent house here, then I'd worry. Craig, I hope you're in Pi soon. I will be in Pi next year after the baby's born. But every time I travel on this channel, I get a load of crap from people. How can you leave your wife back home? How can you go travel? And all the while, she wants me to leave. She's like, get out and give me some peace and quiet. So I'm just getting in this hammock now, guys. This is quite enjoying this Q&A. So yeah, I will be back in Pi. Hopefully I don't get any crap from it from people. No, lots of content. We love it. Okay, I'll keep producing it. Content is king, says Nathan. I think so, yeah. I think keep putting it out. Andre says, hi, Ryan. I love the vlog and your message of peace, love, and spirituality. Yeah, and I haven't talked much about anything philosophical for a while because I've not been in that space in my head. As I said, in Bali, I hit quite a big depression. And I'd say like I was in my darkness, and I don't speak from my darkness because I think it does more harm than good. Somebody speaking from their own ego and their own darkness. I prefer to, when I'm in my light, that's when I'll start to talk a little bit more philosophical again, if ever, you know. I find that people already know a lot of the stuff that I say. Maybe it's just nice to be reminded. Brendan Ryan, I'm TEFL qualified but slow to learn Thai, but it's not a problem. Pidgin and body language go a long way to communication. Yeah, I mean, you'll get along without learning Thai. I'd never say to somebody, don't move to Thailand if you can't speak Thai. I would never say that to somebody. I'd say, you know, move and you can stay here, you can live very well without it. But don't expect any kind of deep conversations out in the rural areas. Kiloko UK, I can confirm I commented once and got a response from you. Well, you will. Like, and I even try and respond to the haters. So you're going to get haters, of course. And sometimes the haters are right. I'm not a perfect person. Sometimes I'm an arsehole. So I do try and respond to the comments. And sometimes we do stuff wrong and people are right by pointing it out. That's the thing. You'll never be a finished product for YouTube. Don't think, oh, I'll get to this point in my life and then I'll start YouTube when I'm some kind of guru or omnipotent. You're a work in progress, and I'm a work in progress too. Tracy, hi Ryan, love your little family. Hi Tracy, thanks for commenting. Willie, when you reply, it's heaven to me. Oh, good. I'm glad that you get something back from it. J8 off, living the dream life, epic. Yeah, I think it is some people's dream here. I think it's some people's nightmare too, but Shannon, your playing arrangements and vocals are amazing. You're an amazing musician. Thank you, Shannon. Willie did 4 months in Thai prison, and they were all the guys were great. I think, Willie, you can maybe do a vlog about that. I think people would be quite interested. So I'm just going to skip forward as I'm going to wrap this stream up very soon. I'm going to skip forward just to check if there's any other questions. So Mahmood Mohammed said, Ryan, I'm planning to marry a Thai lady. She is supportive of us. She is from Udon Thani. The problem is I'm living in the Middle East. Never have traveled and I'm 32. Scared of new places. Any advice? Well, you're going to like Sunday's vlog, my friend, because I go into some serious advice there that I think a lot of expats will agree with, and some of them will get quite angry about. But look, I don't know your situation. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know who it is, or I'd have to know both of you. But I would say that if you're getting married and you've not met, it looks like you've not met because you've not travelled. I'd say it'll probably take some time first before you even mention marriage. I think in this Sunday's vlog I say give it at least 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years to really know somebody and to really know that, are they the one for you, and see if anything suspicious is going on. I'm not saying there is, but I think give it 2 or 3 years before the word marriage is even mentioned. And in terms of not travelling, I don't know how easy it is to travel from the Middle East, but get yourself over. Time waits for no man. Take the jump and get travelling, my friend. Be the best thing that you ever did. Som Pitt and Kenny said, I've been watching you since you moved into the farm in Thailand in anticipation of our move to Sisaket. Your videos are helping me mentally acclimate to that lifestyle. Well, if the videos do, then this live stream will, because this is the lifestyle. Like, I literally have nothing else to do but answer these questions right now. So, Ricky says, keep more videos coming. Hey, my 2 bahts in the comments. Good to see you, my friend. Vlogging from a Thai prison, that would be impossible. I should get myself put in Thai prison, shouldn't I, just to vlog it. Watch out for any scammers, by the way, in the comments. Anybody trying to get you to call them or send them any money or something like that. Or anybody offering sex shows or something like that. Watch out, guys. Or anybody pretending to be me. I'm not answering anything in this live stream, by the way, just verbally. So yeah, Mahmood is going to watch the vlog next Sunday. I hope it helps. And that's it. Willie says, if I come back, I'll look at the Thai Elite Visa. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive, the Thai Elite Visa, in my opinion, for what you get. But then it depends on your situation. I'm married, so I'm on a marriage visa. So we don't really need an Elite Visa, The money would go better to use to something else. But if you weren't married and you weren't retired, I think, and it was a small amount of money to you, then I think the Elite Visa is a winner. So, all right, guys, that has been a long live stream. I feel like I've talked for a long time. I appreciate all of your support. I hope you found the live stream interesting, and I'll continue to do it. Brian, thanks a lot for the last minute funds to the solar. I will put that to good use to Kunpor, my father-in-law behind me. Patrick says it's good to see you on the live stream. Hi, Patrick. Good to see you. You can watch it back. It's going to be up there to watch back. Take care, guys. I'm wishing you all well. Thanks for following the channel. Thanks for liking the stream. Thanks for supporting the channel. To our members and patrons, big love, and take care.